Syrian Palestinians came in their hundreds to try and breach the border with Israel, as they had 3 weeks ago. But this time the Israelis were waiting for them. Live fire kept the protesters pinned down in trenches. Syria's government's television broadcast events live, in contrast to covering up its own bloody crackdown on anti-regime protests in the country. Israelis say Syria orchestrated this as a distraction and insisted on their right to protect their border.
We verbally warned them. We shot warning shots into the air. When this failed, we had to direct some fire to their feet in order to try and protect our fence. This is the border fence between Israel and Syria. We will not allow a similar situation, such as the one that took place 2 weeks ago, to repeat itself.
There was trouble on the West Bank as Palestinians marked the anniversary of the start of the Six-Day War. Israeli soldiers and Palestinian protesters clashed and scuffled for the second time here in 3 weeks. This time around, the Israelis seem better prepared. They have troops on the ground and on the rooftops on the roads into Ramallah. They filled the air with tear gas. They managed to keep the Palestinian rioters well back down that road, but other groups have come round and are encircling the Israeli soldiers, harassing them, making for what is a very tense situation and still potentially very volatile. Palestinians were protesting more than 40 years of occupation. As well as the effects of their own tear gas, Israeli soldiers are battling a growing phenomenon: non-violent civil resistance. This was the Israeli response: skunk. Foul liquids smelling of excrement and rotting flesh. When protesters refused to move, they were pepper sprayed in the eyes. But one of them, Fadi Karan, remained undaunted.
We're demanding the same things the civil rights movement demanded, the same things Gandhi demanded in India, the same things the women even suffrage movement demanded: dignity, freedom, human rights, and justice.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
More protests are scheduled on Tuesday, the anniversary of the fall of Jerusalem.